Throwbacks. We here live. I'm Neff.
Yo, what up? It's G.
And we here. Right now, we just want to recap on the ball. What's in the name part 2. I was going to say yesterday, but actually still today, because it started today. We still ain't go to sleep.
It ended today. Well, it started and ended today.
Right.
But basically, we're gonna give you a ball recap. Before we do that, I want to apologize about camera looking crazy.
We ain't go to sleep yet.
So I ain't been asleep. You know, we've been busy, but
we showered, but we ain't go to sleep. So.
Right. But basically, you know, we was at Rodney, Prodigy, and James Icon's What's in the Name Part 2 ball. It was held in DC at the upscale ballroom. You know, the turnout of the crowd wasn't really that many people there, but it was definitely, you know, quality people in the building. It was a good turnout as far as that goes. You know, they got through majority of their categories. You know, all the cash was given out. We definitely had some people in the building. You know, Ashley Icon, it was definitely good seeing her. You know, somebody I always wanted to meet and see in person as far as performance goes.
And yo, it's a lot of people was shocked to see her. Like, from what I seen, like a lot of people was shocked. Like, it seemed like people were so happy to see her. Like,
right. I think it was her first time in DC, if I'm not mistaken. They said it was her first time out there.
That's what she said.
You know, it's definitely good to see her. Yeah, shout out to Ashley,
grandmother.
Who else was out there that we saw?
It was a lot of people in there.
Dr. Ayana Christian was in the building. James Kahn was in the building.
Keep going.
Who else we had in the building? Stephanie was in the building. Monique Kahn was in the building.
Keep naming.
Name so who else was in the building? Help me out there.
We was in the building. Ballroom Throwbacks was in the building. A lot of people was in the building, but I mean, it's on tape, so y'all can go see that too.
Gonna catch it on
but
tape, so.
I'm gonna go ahead and get it to the grand prize winners because that old wave was so turned up yesterday.
Definitely was one of the highlights of the night.
I'm talking
a lot of hot competition in the building. People was walking like Brian Naga, Derek Icon, Opie Rodeo. What's the other Aga's name?
The Aga,
Daybrin.
I'm not sure.
I don't know his name. Daybrin. I think it was Daybrin or whatever.
Opie was there. Rodeo.
They definitely all showed up. You know, definitely did their thing. Derek and Brian, definitely a hot battle.
Those was the last two.
That was the final two for the 1,000. They definitely, you know, worked for that 1,000. They definitely made it a very entertaining thing to watch.
Legendary Vogue fan.
Derek Icon ended up winning it. Y'all don't know. Y'all gonna see the clip, so y'all see that coming up.
Legendary Vogue fan.
Legendary Vogue family had that category. Who walked? Pretty Prodigy. She walked. He definitely did a good thing.
Ricky came out.
Marquise Revlon walked.
Ricky tried to walk.
Revlon. Ricky tried to walk, but they said that he couldn't walk because he was judging in the first segment. So they basically, you know, said he was disqualified from walking. But it definitely would have been hot to see, you know, them walk, especially, you know, Pretty just leaving the House of Allure to come back to Prodigy. That definitely would have been a hot battle to see for the ball or whatever.
But shouts out to Marquise Revlon for winning it.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Marquise Revlon. Shout out to everybody that came out. You know, they definitely did their thing. Another highlight of the night, I would say, was female figure performance.
Femme Queen performance.
The Con girls definitely came through, did their thing. Shout out to Mimi, Tamaya, and Jasmine.
Shouts out.
You know, for some of you that may not know, the ball was What's in the Name Part 2. So even if your house won as a house, you still had to battle till one person was the winner.
For your name, basically, not for your house name, for your own personal name.
The final battle was between Dejanay, aka Tamaya, and Jasmine. Jasmine took it home. She definitely did a good thing.
And you should have seen, y'all should have seen how her sister, and y'all would have thought too, because like that's her sister. Her sister would have just handed it over to her, but her sister definitely didn't hand it to her. Her sister made her work for it. And I like seeing stuff like that too, because a lot of times in the scene,
it doesn't show favoritism. A lot of people think just because they're related that it's gonna be favoritism. For y'all that don't know, her sister is Ashley Icon. You know, definitely known. If you don't know her, if you're a performer, you need to learn your history. But
like I've seen plenty of times people just give it to people because that's their kids or their house kids or because they like the person or whatever the case. But I dare respect that's good like sportsmanship, I would say, because it's just going to show that just because we're related or just because we're friends, and they're not friends, they're family. So people would think it would automatically be a or tens across the board, but it wasn't like that.
It definitely was not that. You would definitely see the clip. Definitely get a chance to see everything that we saw, because basically when you see the clips, it's basically what you see through our eyes or whatever. So
yo, even LSS was hot. Yo, LSS was crazy. Usually I get called out for LSS, and I ain't getting called out for LSS. But I enjoyed watching LSS yesterday. Like, the people that they was calling out was people, a lot of people I didn't even know. To tell the truth,
iconic
people who I've never ever seen. But I mean, just to see them come out and the way people was living for them, it just goes to show that their name was like they put in for their name. They made their
definitely gave us a chance to get a glimpse or feel what it was like for them back then, to know who they is, to see what they did, because people that came out, they definitely did their thing for LSS or whatever.
What else? Let's talk about Runway.
Categories. Yeah, Runway was for 1,000. Trez Prodigy won Midgets Runway. RJ Aga won Tall Boys Runway, I believe, but I don't know who else won American or anything like that, but I know RJ Aga ended up going away with the money, so shout out to him, shout out to everybody that walked. Congrats to Trez, you know, for winning his category or whatever.
And I don't know what was up, but the judges was trying to chop people after 10s, after they got their 10s.
Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think, you know, it's fair for somebody to come out and get their 10s, and right before they about to get battled, the judge decided they want to chop them. How you gonna chop somebody that came out and got their 10s already? If you're gonna chop them, you need to chop them while they're getting their 10s. Don't give them a chance to sit down and get secure what they about to do, and then you want to turn around and try to chop them. That's definitely not fair. It's definitely not a good look for the ballroom scene, because you know judges need to be on top of that. If you want to chop them, you need to chop them while they get their 10s and not after they get their 10s.
And also,
I want to say shout out to the Prodigy Schoolboy. They took home Schoolboy. Cam Prodigy, he ended up winning Schoolboy. Shout out to him. Twist, they got the twist. They ended up getting the finished twist, which is unfortunate, but which is good for me because I didn't walk, and so
that's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for me because I was about to get some stuff that day. We was at the store. I was about to spend some money on some effects and stuff. I would have got all the way to DC and I would have been tight because I wouldn't have got to walk. But shout out to everybody that came out for their category ready to walk and everything like that.
So you think you would have won if you would have won out there?
Definitely would have won. Definitely was competition in the building. So I mean, nobody don't want to say they don't think they're gonna lose.
I was just about to. Yo, I swear he's in my head because I was just thinking that, because every time I ask a person, do they think they're gonna win? Like, I don't be saying it out of shade or nothing. Like, do you think you're gonna win? Because like it's just you. You're supposed to automatically say you're gonna win. You're supposed to believe in yourself.
Right.
But
if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will.
But then again, people know competition when they see it. So you're not gonna say you think you're gonna lose, but you could be like, all right, well, this person might give me a run for my money, and this person might give me a run. So I mean, it is what it is. But oh yeah, and speaking of the overall function, it turned out good. I mean, the aftermath, we had a lot of intermixes, a lot of aftermaths, like a lot of good footage for this. And overall, I say it turned out good. There was a fight, no names, no mentions of them, but I mean, it didn't shut the ball down or nothing, and I say it was overall good. Like, it was an overall good event.
Overall good.
Even though it wasn't as packed.
Like we got in the other segment, we need to stop our shit, stop this fight at the balls. It's basically, it's immature, it's childish. I mean, come on, cut it out. Everybody want to come out, have a good time. Everybody come out looking good, feeling good, mingling. Don't get in fights at the ball for what? I mean, it makes you look stupid at the end of the day. But the ball was a nice turnout. Man Prodigy did his thing with the decorations. It was definitely turned up in there for the red, white, and blue. What else can we talk about that happened at the ball that was, some people might want to know about? I knew I blew up hell out of balloons.
Yeah, this man was blowing balloons up for too long. Like, blowing up balloons, it hurts my jaw, but I don't know how he did it. Like, he was sitting there blowing them for mad long. At the end of the night, it was mad balloons. But I mean,
right, but
no homo, but he was blowing a lot of balloons.
Okay. On to the next subject. Let's see what else was interesting at the ball. Oh, somebody that did also was out that I guess people haven't seen in a long time. It was my first time actually hearing of her and seeing her. Her name is Sandy. What house is she in?
Sandy's in what house? Dior.
Sandy Dior definitely was, good to see, people from the older generation coming out, showing the people in the newer generation what they did, what they was about, stuff like that. So that was a good look. For the most part, I would say the judges was fair.
I say the judges was definitely fair.
Yeah, the judges was definitely fair.
And there was some judges on there, even if you don't feel it was fair, you can't argue with them, so you might as well say they was fair.
Right. Oh yeah, how you feel about Pretty Boy? Your category. How you feel about that last night or this morning? Definitely the August was definitely deep when it came to the category. The August was definitely in the building. It was.
Let me tell them how I felt. I felt it was judged fairly overall, and the people who came out, it was a couple August out. The August came deep actually. Usually, recently I've been seeing them like they got a lot of pretty boys and they be coming for us. So us Prodigy boys, we gonna have to step it up. We already stepped up, but we just gonna have to keep it stepped
Ain't really
up.
too many of. He said us, but it's really just mainly like him and two other people that really walk Pretty Boy in our house. So
yeah. And who else? Oh, shouts out to Julius Revlon for winning that category. I feel it was definitely fair. I had got an interview. I had got my son, $1,000 Pretty Boy Damo, me, him, and all the other pretty boys who had walked, with the exception of I think Hypnotic and Red wasn't in the interview, but shouts out to them too. And we was basically talking. Y'all could go check it out. It's there on YouTube. And I feel it was fair.
Yeah, it was fair for the most part. I think it was fair, you know. Like I said, the judges was fair. I don't think nobody was going off of favoritism or anything like that.
I don't think so. It was fair. But, I mean, it is what it is. That was the ball recap.
Yo, definitely need to look out. Coldest winner ever. January 26, 2013. Be there.
Or be square. Or be stabbed. But, nah. Real talk. Just make sure y'all had a ball. It's coming real soon, January 26th. Once again, I know we keep saying the date, we keep plugging it in, but we want y'all to come and support us.
So. And another thing we was just talking about, it's the Ballroom Throwbacks Ball. Y'all know what we come to the balls to do. We come to record media, to document it for y'all as far as video and photography.
We was just talking about
this. It be bad people at the balls that don't be wanting their pictures took.